What is going on today, guys? I hope y'all are having a fantastic day. My name is Kyle. I just finished grabbing some lunch and now I'm in the studio making this video for you guys. Today, we are going to be talking about how you can earn points and miles using credit cards in order to travel the world without paying a dime. Or if you aren't too big into travel, you can even cash those points out just for a little bit of extra spending money. Before I begin to teach you guys exactly how I've earned nearly 1 million credit card points over the past 2 years, I do want to start by saying this. I never believe in carrying a balance. You should always pay your balance off in full at the end of each and every month. If that makes you uncomfortable, you can even pay off your balance at the end of every week through mobile apps, which make it super easy to track your finances. If you're unable to pay off your balance in full every month, this hobby is not for you. Even though it's very, very lucrative, if you lack the self-discipline and self-control to spend money that you don't have, this is not for you. In exchange for summing all of this information up into one convenient how to get started with points and miles video for you guys, all that I ask is that you go down and smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm and subscribe to my channel for more high quality content like this. Now that I got that out of the way, I'm going to explain how the whole process works. Most credit cards will offer you a sign-up bonus ranging from $100 to $1,500 in free travel after spending typically between $1,000 and $5,000 within the first 3 to 6 months. Your goal is going to be to open up a new credit card every 2 to 4 months in order to always be earning a bonus. You might say, if I have to spend $5,000 to get a bonus, that doesn't make any sense at all when I could just save the $5,000. And you'd be completely correct if you were going to spend money that you weren't already planning on spending. But if you are already planning on spending $5,000, wouldn't you want to get a little bit of cash back? I know I would. And I know some of those major minimum spends like $3,000 to $4,000, $5,000 may seem a little intimidating at first. But I assure you there's plenty of creative ways to meet those minimum spends. There's ways that you can pay your rent, mortgage, car payment, even student loans with a credit card. I can make a video on this in the future if you guys are interested. Just make sure to let me know down in the comments. The first step to getting started is to understand your credit score. If you don't know your credit score, the easiest free way to find out is by setting up an account with Credit Karma. Not sponsored. Then you can log in and just check your score. The best part is it only does soft pulls, so checking your credit score will not affect your credit. If you do already have online banking set up with specific banks, lots of them will offer you a free tool to check your credit score already included with your bank account. Now that you know your credit score, you'll probably fall into one of 3 categories. 1, you have poor credit, typically under about 600. Don't worry, we'll tell you how to get that up. Option 2, you have no credit score at all. Maybe you're fresh out of high school, college, and you just never acquired debt before. Or option 3, you already have a decent credit score, typically over 700, and can get started in the hobby right away. Starting off, if you have very poor credit, or even just poor credit, you're going to need to get that up before you can start to earn points and miles. I recommend opening up a secured credit card. What a secured credit card is a card that you put down a deposit and that becomes your limit. Discover offers an amazing option where you can set a minimum limit as low as $200 and as high as $2,500. This card will even upgrade to an unsecured version after Discover deems you worthy, and even earn some basic rewards like 1% cash back on all purchases. Your goal with this card is to put a purchase on it every month and pay that off in full at the end of every single month. Within 6 to 12 months, you should see a significant improvement in your credit score where you'll be over 700 and can start to earn some serious points and miles. Let's say you have no credit at all. Oftentimes, that can be better than bad credit because although you don't have any positive remarks on your credit, you also don't have any negative remarks. You have a clean slate. Although you might need a secured card, there's a solid chance that you can get approved for an unsecured card without any credit at all. Some popular ones are the Capital One Platinum card, the Discover It, or even the Apple card, which has this brand new Path to Apple card feature, which makes it super easy to get approved for. This card will ideally have no annual fee, and you'll keep it open forever in order to always keep improving your credit score. It will take you around 6 to 12 months in order to get a credit score that you'll be able to get approved for some of these higher bonuses. But trust me, it goes by quicker than you think. And if you just keep putting this off, it's only going to set you back farther in life for when you want to get a mortgage later on and possibly buy your first house. Once you have your credit score over 700, that's when the real fun starts. While there are many banks with large sign-up bonuses, I always recommend people start with Chase. Chase has a very strict rule that states if you've been approved for 5 or more credit cards from any issuer in the past 24 months, they will automatically deny your application, no matter how good your credit is or how high your income is. Chase also has some of the most lucrative rewards with some of the easiest to redeem points, with simple options to cash out, or if you have some of their credit cards, simple options to redeem for travel at an even higher value. When deciding on a card, you always want to make sure you can meet the minimum spend before applying. Otherwise, you'll just be wasting an application. If you have low spend, I recommend starting out with the Freedom Unlimited or the Freedom Card, which have a sign-up bonus of $200, which comes in the form of 20,000 ultimate reward points. That's worth anywhere from $200 cash, or if you wait till you have some of their travel credit cards, up to $300 or $400 toward travel. These cards also have no annual fee, so you can just keep them open forever, keep building your relationship with Chase, and even better, keep building your credit. If you are able to achieve a higher minimum spend of about $4,000 within the first 3 months, I would recommend getting the Sapphire Preferred or the Sapphire Reserve. The Preferred has a 60,000 ultimate reward point sign-up bonus, while the Reserve has a 50,000 bonus. That's easily $750 to $1,200 in free money just for signing up for one credit card. While both these cards do have annual fees, you'll have to justify which card's benefits are best for you. If you're planning on traveling over the next year, I'd recommend the Reserve. But if you're planning on staying home, I would definitely go with the Preferred, since it is more points and a lower annual fee. If after year 1, this card no longer makes sense to pay the annual fee, the great thing about Chase cards is you can downgrade that card to a second Freedom card, whichever one you didn't get, the Unlimited or the regular Freedom. Then you can keep that account open, keeping the credit history alive and continuing to build your credit. Then you're just going to want to repeat this cycle every 2 to 4 months in order to do your best to always be working toward a lucrative sign-up bonus. A lot of people ask me, will this negatively impact my credit score opening up so many new accounts in such a short time frame? And it actually does the opposite. You see, your credit score is based on a number of factors that evaluate your ability to manage debt. These factors are payment history, utilization, derogatory marks, age of credit, number of accounts, which more is actually better, and how many hard inquiries are on your account within the past 2 years. Although applying for new credit may temporarily decrease your score by 5 to 10 points, you can expect to see it rebound within about 3 months, depending on how thick your credit profile is. I can do a whole video talking about how you guys can build your credit to get ahead in life if you're interested. Just make sure to let me know down in the comments. It might seem like a lot of work keeping track of all these numbers and deciding on what cards to get next. But I assure you, once you get your first bonus, you'll become hooked to this hobby. If you're uncomfortable waiting until the end of the month to pay your entire credit card balance, don't. Pro tip, download your bank's app. Typically, you can prepay your credit cards every week and even every day if that makes you more comfortable. Just make sure your total statement balance is completely paid off by the due date. That way you never pay any interest. Although this was just a basic guide on how to get started in the world of credit card points, if you guys aren't interested on what steps to take next or what credit cards I personally recommend, let me know down in the comments. I would love to make more videos like this in the future to help you guys travel for free. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully, I was able to add some sort of value to your day, whether you were just looking on how to get started in the credit card rewards hobby, or you had no idea what it was and now know a side hustle that you can do to make some serious dough on the side. Again, I only recommend doing this if you pay your balance off in full at the end of each and every month. That way you never pay interest. If you're unable to do that, just ignore everything you heard in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more high quality content like this. I'll see you guys next time.